Hi, my name is Terry Lee, and from Sweet Pea Papers, and it's Friday, so that means that it's our page-by-page day, and it's my collaboration with Kyung Shotwell, and of course all of her links are going to be below, her Etsy store, YouTube channel, yada yada yada. So all those links are going to be below this video, and so make sure to go check those out. Okay, so this is week 13, and we've gone through all these pages. And week 13 is actually one of the first pages that's the other half of the book. So what we're going to have to do to work on this page is to literally take it out of the book. So I'm going to take it out, and I'm going to turn this sideways so I know where to set this back in. We're going to set this out of the way. So now remember, this page is not going to be next to this one. It's just next to that one while we're working on it. You know, I don't know why those cards keep sticking, but they do. I don't know why. They do. They just keep sticking in there. Well, apparently they are permanent cards. Anyway, so the prompt for this week is string. It was my bright idea, and now I'm regretting it. So, yeah, we'll just see how it goes. Okay, so you're going to need ink, and I'm using bundled sage. You're going to need glossy accents. You're going to need glue, probably lots of glue, and you're going to need, of course, string. Now I'm using plain string. I'm not taking it apart, and I'm not coloring it or dyeing it or anything. I had thought about putting it through gesso, white gesso, but then I decided against it because our picture doesn't have white in it, and so the natural string looked like it would go better. Now, this is an experiment. I'm going to set this aside. We're not going to put our paper in here until we're done. Thank goodness. So I'm going to set that aside. And this is the picture that I've chosen, and it's from the Artie Mae's kit, Romantic Roses. So I'll put a link to Artie Mae's store below as well. So what we're going to do, oh, I've inked this with the bundled sage as well. So my big plan is to take the string and make a border. Very simple. And I'm going to go around, I'm going to try to go around twice. I've got two pieces, and I'm going to try to use Fabri-Tac, excuse me, to go around, cut the piece the approximate size to go around. Let's see here. Yeah, if I go this way, I think I've got a little extra, which is fine. Then I'll just cut it off when I get to the overlap. I think this is the first piece, and I cut it a little long, and then I measured the second piece from this one, so it's probably a little long as well. So we're just going to put a nice frame around the rose. We're going to put glossy accents on the rose, and then of course, da 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 da, we have butterflies, and we're going to put the butterflies on, but and then we're going to highlight them with glossy accents as well. Now I think I'm going to put this word bloom on here, and I'd like to try to put a little piece of the string around there, but I'm not sure because it's so small. I'm not sure if that's going to work or not. We may end up just putting it on here by itself. Let me go ahead and ink it with the bundled sage so I don't forget. Okay. Get the corners. Okay, so let's put that back up there now that it's inked. I don't think we're going to ink the butterflies. They're really, really small. So once we've inked the page, once we've inked the paper, once we've inked the piece of ephemera, then we actually don't need the ink anymore, but I'm going to set it right over here. Okay, we don't need these right now. However, we do need the glue. So let's put the glue on, and then we'll run the string around on the glue. We're going to put hopefully a generous amount. And this is supposed to attach fabric, so I'm going to try it on the string. And I'm wondering how far I should go, but I'm going to go for it and go all the way up here. Okay, now let's see if it will hold the string on. It should. Well, that appears to be working nicely. I'm going to have to let it dry. Let's see if we can get it to go around the corner. Actually, I think I put more than I needed. First time around, I stuck my finger in the glue. Okay, let's see if we can make a rounded edge here. Let's go around, we'll stick it in the glue. This is working okay for an experiment. I'm getting glue all over my hands, so I have to try to be careful touching the paper. Sorry if I sounded real quiet. I had my head tipped down so I could see what I was doing. Okay. And then I'm going to try to run the other one right behind it. I wonder, there's enough glue there. I'm sorry if you can hear the fan in the background. I think there's enough glue there to run the second one, at least right here. My dog has lost his mind, of course. Oz. We all know Oz from his excited barking that we hear over and over again. Yeah, I put quite a bit of glue on there. Except right here. Kind of like doing them both. Kind of like the idea of framing the rose. Roses are so pretty, they deserve a frame. I think I have enough glue here as well. Okay. Okay, now we're gonna put our glue here. Let's clean the tip off. So I'm making a big mess. That looks like it might be just enough. I'm wondering about the outside one. Now I'm worried about that. Should have cut more extra. More extra. I should have cut extra on that one because it was going around the outside. Excuse me one second. I'm sure you probably heard that. I went around to the doorway and clapped my hands really loud and scared the heck out of him. So then he left the door. Get the fan going pretty high. Hope it isn't drying my glue. I have quite a bit of glue here. And of course now he's mad at me. That's gonna be close. Here I thought I was gonna have extra. I didn't think about the outside one having to be longer. And I made them the same length. Well, let's see. Okay, let's see how that outside one goes. Look at that. Wow. Okay, you guys, I have no idea how this happened. Wow. That means this one's going to be a little long. So let's stick it down, make sure we got it where we want it. And then we're going to need to trim just a smidge. Go right around there. Oh, shoot. Alright, now we're going to let this dry. So I'm going to put you on hold for just a minute while this dries. I'm going to put just a smidge. You see how that's kind of frayed a little bit? I'm going to put a little extra glue right there just to make sure it holds and stays and doesn't fray off. And I could have probably done something more difficult with the string, but I really like the way that it turned out. Okay, so I'm going to put you on hold until the glue dries, and then we'll come back and do the extra stuff on the rose. Okay, all right. Okay, we're back. I've already laid out where I want the butterflies to be, and I have laid out where I want the words. So all I did was just put them randomly on there, and I tried to kind of do the colors, you know, the green and the pink. So I'm going to take my glue, and I'm going to glue them down just by their little bodies. As you know, I like to pull their little wings up if I can. Let's glue him down by his little body. Okay. Let's glue this one down. Then we're going to do the accents on everything. And then when we do that, we'll have to let it dry. So then we'll go on pause. And then I will... we'll glue it onto the page. I think this turned out nice. It actually turned out nicer than I thought it was going to turn out. I like the frame. I think the frame turned out well. What do you guys think? Make sure to put down in the comments what you think. I like to get the feedback. I don't get a lot of comments. Get likes. Thank you. Thank you for the likes. I would like to get more comments. What you think or don't think. If you don't like something, I'd like to know that too. If you have any suggestions of what I could have done with the string, that would be okay. Now I'm going to glue him to the word. Remember, we're gluing our layers down backwards. Yeah, I wonder if I should put a little piece of gauze under that word. Let me go get some. Okay. Not that far away. Let's see what it looks like. Let's cut a little piece. Let's see what it would look like layered under here. Oh, I think it probably would look good because it would go with the string. You'd have to straighten it out. And then put the word bloom over the top. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. I think that's what we'll do. Make a little bit more layered, and then we'll put our butterfly on, which we can do right now. Stick him right on there. Now let's stick bloom down to our sorry about that. I think I was gluing that off camera. Okay, now let's stretch this out. Put the word bloom on top of it. I wonder if there's enough glue on there. Sometimes there's enough glue. Yeah, no, it looks like we're going to have to glue the gauze. Let's go ahead and glue it too. And gauze will soak up glue, so you want to put enough on there to keep it stuck down. I think we'll put it at a little bit of an angle instead of straight across. Well, that looks nice. Let's see if we can get it to glue down. Kind of hold it down. We'll let that glue dry for a second. There we go. I like that. It goes with the string, I think. Glad I thought of it. Okay. Now what we're going to do is we're going to get all the gunk off of our glue bottle from the gauze. We're going to put a pin in it. We're not going to call it done though. Here's what the gauze looks like when it comes. You can order a big wad of it on Amazon. Get the glue off my fingers here. My baby wipe. Making a note here. Okay. Alright, so the glossy accents are clear. I don't know if you're supposed to shake it or not. Do not shake. So I guess we don't shake it. Now, every time I've had to use this before, I have had to use a pin to open it up, even though I store it straight up and down. Let's see if we can even get the pin in there. Doesn't look like the pin's even going to go in there. Okay, let me put you on hold until I figure out what to do with this. Okay, I don't know how this is going to work. I finally got the pin through. I actually had to trim just a little bit off. I'm not sure how to store it. I can't keep cutting the end off. Anyway, okay, we're going to put a little bit on the butterfly bodies. And what it does is it makes it look 3D. Actually, I'm going to wait until I do the rose. On that one. Probably should have waited to do all of them. I was going to try to do the word bloom. Not sure if that's going to work or not. Now what I'm going to do on this is, since it's an accent, I'm not going to color the whole thing. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do the edges where it's the light color. Okay, so I'm going to go along and I'm going to start in the center. And I'm just going to run a little bead, and I'll hold it up to the camera in a second. It's just going along the little tops where it's light colored. I'm trying not to do it very thick, but I am trying to make a solid line. Since I had to cut the tip a little bit to get it open, it is a bit excitable to come out. I have to try to figure out how to okay, a little bit up here. Let's see if I got everything. Actually, I think I want to get this a little bit right here. Okay, now we can get this little butterfly's body. Okay, and now we're going to have to let all of that dry. Wonder if I can get the word bloom. Alright, let's go for it. Well, there we go. That'll make that stand out. Now I wonder if there's a way to make sure there's none in the stem. Oops, don't squeeze it, Terry. It looks like tapping it kind of makes it go down. And see, this lid needs to have a thing that goes down in there. That's what I think, personally. So I'm tightening it as tight as I can. Okay, we're going to wait for this to dry, and then we will come back and we will glue it on the page. Okay, we're back. Sorry about that. I couldn't tell that the camera had come on. Anyway, this is how the glossy accents turned out. I don't know if you can see. There you go. Now you can see it. It turned out real nice. On the word bloom, it turned out nice. And the string turned out nice. Everything turned out much nicer. Little butterflies, their bodies are shiny. Okay, so let's go ahead and glue it in our book. And I remember I did the sage around, so I think that's going to look nice. Okay, here we go. There we go, round and around. Make sure this one stays in. It's got the string and stuff on it. Makes it a little bit heavier. So I'm going to line it up with this one because I've lined all the other ones up. So hopefully this will make it lined up with the page that it's next to, which is the painting. So we'll put it back in the book and show you this section. Okay, there it goes. Now, if I wanted to, since I only glued their little bodies down, see, I can pull their little wings up a little bit so that it's not flat. That gives it a little bit more three-dimensional look. Because you can see their little shadow. And I would like to thank my brother Scan and Cut. There we go. All right, so let's put it back in the book. Okay, so it goes right here. And that way it's right next to this page. So there you go. That's our book for today, our book page. And this week is Kyung's week to do the prompt, so I don't know what it is yet. And I'll find out when she gets done with her video. So I will see you next Friday for the next episode of our page by page collaboration. And don't forget to go check out Kyung's video so you can find out what she did for this week with string, and then also find out what the prompt is for next week. And be sure to go visit her shop too. Okay? All right, I will see you next time in the next video, and that will be just a second for you and a day for me. Bye-bye.